The Community is a presentation of the St. Louis Community Credit Union and RareGem Productions. Power up with the positive. Learn more at OneRareGem.com. That's ONERAREGEM.com. Welcome to the Community.
The St. Louis Community Credit Union presents The Community, a forum for information and resources relevant to empowering our community. Consumer financial education, budgeting, credit, payday lending, community events and initiatives, health and human services, life skills. What's important to you? The Community with Dorothy Bell, Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer.
On this edition of The Community, we'll talk about an organization that has been making St. Louis families stronger for more than 100 years, and that's Grace Hill.
And I said, go down to the credit union right now. Open up an account. You can open up an account with $1, and I know that they have some loan programs that look at other factors, and if you have direct deposit, and if you open up that account with $1, at least try that. And amazingly, they were able to refinance her car, and that day the issue was resolved.
She was helped right on the spot.
She was helped, and the staff, we work together seamlessly as if we're one organization, and so we're just really fortunate to have that partnership.
Find out more right after this.
Hi, I'm Jason McCall, Financial Literacy and Community Outreach Specialist for St. Louis Community Credit Union and the St. Louis Community CU Foundation. And I am so excited to tell you about our upcoming free seminars for the month of June. On June 26th, we'll have a Basics of Bankruptcy class where we'll talk about when and if you should file for bankruptcy and discuss the 3 different types of bankruptcy. I'm so excited. I look forward to seeing you there. Email us at center, CENTER, at stlewiscommunity.com to reserve your space. You can give us a phone call at 314-385-1586. Look forward to hearing from you.
Now here's Make It Happen with Keith Sales Pro.
According to leadership advisor Lee Colin, here's 4 things every leader should know. Number 1, the entrepreneur says the next deal is king, while the leader says the customer is king. 2, saying yes to one thing may mean saying no to something else. Measure what matters, then manage what you measure. 3, a blurred vision yields diffused efforts. And finally, 4, growth comes when you get off the treadmill of working in the business and step into the eagle's nest to work on the business. Today, remember, it can happen. It will happen. And together, we will make it happen.
Follow Keith Sales Pro on Facebook or Twitter at Keith Sales Pro, or visit his website at keithsalespro.com.
It can happen. It will happen. And together, we will make it happen.
Grace Hill and the Whitaker Foundation present Grace Hill Whitaker Urban Evening Series, Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m., June 12th through July 24th. A free summer outdoor concert series. A tremendous good time for a great historic community. People listen to great music, interact with neighbors, and experience an invaluable community building opportunity together at St. Louis Place Park, Rauschenbach and St. Louis Avenue. Enjoy Charles Skeet Rogers and the Inner City Blues Band. Disco nights featuring Coco Soul. Fat Pocket, the Coleman Hughes Project featuring Adrienne Felton, Tribal Funk, and the dynamic Brian Owens. For more information, call 314-584-6900. On Facebook at Grace Hill St. Louis and Twitter, Grace Hill STL. Sponsored by the Whitaker Foundation. RareGem Productions proudly presenting the positive.
Divine Design Hosiery presents its 10-year anniversary concert featuring Donnie Peoples. Saturday, June 28th, 6:30 p.m. at Friendly Temple Missionary Baptist Church, 5515 Dr. Martin Luther King Drive in St. Louis, with special guest Greg Heavy Guitar Hayes, Jewel and Converted, and Cheryl Brown. Come celebrate Divine Design's 10-year anniversary concert featuring Dottie Peoples live. Saturday, June 28th at Friendly Temple Missionary Baptist Church. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the community Women Against Hardship. Tickets can be purchased at Friendly Temple Missionary Baptist Church, Transformation Christian Bookstore, Drop Shop Beauty Salon, Rib Shack Downtown, Afro World, and the Community Women Against Hardship. Or call 1-800-518-9646. 1-800-518-9646. Or go to www.divinedzon.com.
RareGem Productions proudly presenting the positive.
If we're going to tackle the big problems that face our children in our communities today, we have to have a deeper conversation. Let's go beyond the normal talk around town. Join me, Chris Kramer, for Going Beyond every week on Hallelujah 1600.
10 a.m. Wednesday morning. Information and podcast at beyondhousing.org.
Welcome to the community.
We're here talking about a dynamic force in our community for individuals and families, Grace Hill. Joining me is Johanna Wharton, Executive Vice President and Director of Head Start for Grace Hill Settlement House. Johanna, welcome to the community.
Dorothy, thank you for inviting me. The credit union is one of our favorite partners.
Johanna, tell us about Grace Hill. What is your mission?
Grace Hill is about 111 years old. We're celebrating our 111th birthday anniversary. And our mission is about building self-reliance in individuals, families, and communities. And as part of the Settlement House tradition, all of our programs are embedded in neighborhoods and not just about providing direct service, but about building capacity and partnerships in community that support education, economic development, and civic engagement and stability in communities.
Happy birthday. Now, which particular neighborhoods do you serve?
Grace Hill serves the St. Louis metropolitan region, but we target east of Grand, as far north as you can go from Grand and Highway 70, all the way south to 55 and Loughborough.
It's a pretty big footprint there.
Definitely. But in each one of those communities along the eastern corridor of Grand, we're working in partnership with neighbors in the community and organizations like St. Louis Community Credit Union.
We're glad for that partnership. We're helping a lot of families, and we really appreciate that. Tell us about some of the programs that you have that empower families.
Definitely. So we have a theory of change that says that if you develop educational opportunities, economic development opportunities, which includes jobs, business development, financial capability, and includes civic engagement and social services infrastructure, then those are the building blocks for stable families and stable neighborhoods. So our programs in partnership include things like Head Start, which provides high-quality educational opportunities for children and families 3 to 5 years old. And it's a comprehensive model that not only includes educational instruction, but includes health, physical development, mental health. And we work with the parents so that they can be their child's first teacher and provide stable living environments. We also start working with children at birth and their mothers in our early Head Start program. We provide home-based early childhood education for children at birth up to 3 years old. And there we're in the homes working with parents to learn and understand their child's developmental milestones and to help them reinforce those milestones so that when they enter preschool, they're ready. They're recognizing some of their letters. We're also assessing the possibility of delays. It's very important that we assess children's needs and identify developmental disabilities, emotional disabilities, indicators of mental health challenges early. And we connect those families with the professionals that they need to treat those issues so that by the time they go to school, they're under control or eliminated.
Head Start is a wonderful program. I mean, I am a Head Start graduate, I can tell you that. And just the foundation that it laid for me and children like me that came from single-parent families, that grew up in houses where people were on welfare, and just knowing that education can be that springboard to lift you out of that situation. It's so helpful, and that's why I just applaud what Head Start is doing. If I did not have that in my life and wasn't afforded the opportunities that I had and landed the career options that were presented before me, I'm just not sure where I would be today.
And Dorothy, you are an excellent example of the impact that Head Start can make on a family and on an individual. We are just doing some research about the impact of our program. And there's a strong correlation between the services that we're providing in Head Start and not only just the child's academic success, but on the well-being of that family, because we're helping parents with things like job search and job placement and helping to stabilize them. We're seeing that children are more prepared for kindergarten academically, but we're also seeing that that family is more stable. As a result of some of the research that we've done, we realize that children, number one, the majority of Grace Hill participants have household incomes that are below $19,000 a year. So you're talking about families that are in extreme poverty. Mm-hmm. But when you add in Head Start and the comprehensive services that that family and the child receives, the children who have household incomes of $20,000 or more are 6 times more likely to succeed academically than those below. So you see the impact and the importance of families being economically stable and having living wage jobs, and in turn, the impact of Head Start. And we looked at 6 different indicators that included literacy skills, math, gross motor, social and emotional development. And we saw that by increasing that household income, in addition to those services, the children were 6 times more likely to succeed in all 6 of those indicators than those with the lower household income.
It's amazing how powerful education can be. We've all seen that.
And Head Start is just a part of our program service delivery model.
And again, it all starts in the home. Families, and you hit right on it, families need to be strengthened both socially and economically. And that's one of the reasons why St. Louis Community Credit Union chose to partner with Grace Hill. In fact, we opened up a mini branch location in your Water Tower district in 2011. And seems to be doing well, seem to be helping a lot of families, a lot of communities build up and become stronger. So let's talk about that for a second. How is the St. Louis Community Credit Union branch working?
The credit union branch is part of the epicenter of our Water Tower Hub campus. We opened the campus in 2011, and we were excited that Patrick Adams and the team really looked at a building that was gutted out and homeless people used to live there, and dirt mounds and a blank canvas, and saw the possibilities of what this campus could be.
That was that vision. Yeah.
And today it's thriving. There's a brand new state-of-the-art Grace Hill Health Center there that provides comprehensive medical care. We have a Head Start Center that has 120 children. We have a Women's Business Center. We provide aging services, family resources and support, and a host of programs around family stability and civic engagement. And so the credit union being present really rounds out our theory of change and allows us the opportunity to provide the financial capability, services and resources, as well as the economic stability.
And for us, it's all about access. I mean, we all know that access is the key to empowerment. So we want to meet people where they are. We want to be there. If someone is going to Grace Hill for a health service or a business class or what have you, and they don't have access to a traditional banking account, we want to be there to help them get to where they need to be to empower themselves financially. And it's just amazing to me that since we've even been, the credit union has been inside of Grace Hill, we have turned over $1 million in loans to people in the Water Tower district. This is during a time of economic distress. This is during a time when everyone is saying no, when we're saying, well, let's see what we can do to help you. So who knows what potential those loans are giving to people.
And I've had the fortunate experience of really seeing firsthand the impact of that. I have a couple of stories. One I'll share with you. I was talking to one of my employees, and they came to me crying because she was behind in her car note, about 10 days late, and the loan company was going to repossess her car off the lot that day. And she had gone through a finance company because she did not have a bank account, and because her credit was bad, she thought that the only place that she could get a car was through this finance company. And I said, go down to the credit union right now. Open up an account. You can open up an account with $1. And I know that they have some loan programs that look at other factors. And if you have direct deposit, and if you, open up that account with $1, at least try that. And amazingly, they were able to refinance her car that day. She saved money on her car note, and the branch manager actually called that finance company and let them know, that loan had been refinanced. And they actually called her trying to convince her not to follow through on the paperwork. And so ever since then, she's had that account. She was able to refinance that car. And I'm fortunate that we have that opportunity to meet people in the midst of a crisis. And immediately, she just walked downstairs in the building. And that day, the issue was resolved.
She was helped right on the spot.
She was helped. And the staff, we worked together seamlessly as if we're one organization. And so we're just really fortunate to have that partnership.
It's a natural fit for us because there is a key mission match there. We know there's a population that needs to be served. We know that people are disenfranchised or marginalized through sometimes no fault of their own. And we want to do what we can to be there to help people in those situations. And that's what those loans are about at St. Louis Community Credit Union. I mean, it's more than just an auto loan. This could be an auto loan that was helping this lady get back and forth to work, so she can feed her family, so she can live to her fullest potential. And that's what we want to be able to do.
Right.
People helping people. This is how all of this works together. And St. Louis Community Credit Union, we are so fortunate to be able to have such a solid partner like Grace Hill that wants to have an impact in the community. Johanna, where can our listeners go to learn more about Grace Hill?
Please go to www.gracehill.org, 314-584-6900. Visit us on Facebook and come to the Whitaker Concert Series at St. Louis Place Park starting June the 12th.
Thanks, Johanna, for getting us all better acquainted with Grace Hill.
The Community, a forum for information and resources relevant to empowering this community, engaging topics that could change your life. Each week at 4 p.m. on Hallelujah 1600. Learn more about the services from the St. Louis Community Credit Union, the St. Louis Community CU Foundation, the CU Excel Center, and our community partners by calling 314-534-7610, 314-534-7610, or click stlouiscommunity.com.
The St. Louis Community Credit Union presents The Community, a forum for information and resources relevant to empowering our community. What's important to you? The Community with Dorothy Bell, Senior Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer.
The Community is a presentation of the St. Louis Community Credit Union and RareGem Productions. Power up with the positive. Learn more at OneRareGem.com. That's ONERAREGEM.com.
Thanks again for listening.